Well, I do hope the British government ain't keeping an eye on what's going on in Ireland, eh? Hi, it's me again, and yeah, some international, technically, TV licence news. Sometimes we talk about the French TV licence system on here because they said they've cancelled it, but they haven't. They've just added the cost of the licence fee to the VAT in the country, so you're going to end up actually paying more. It wasn't a win. And now we're seeing this from Ireland, and I think it's a change they're going to get pushed through, sadly. And I just hope our government doesn't pay too much attention to this one, eh? Taoiseach says universal levy would be more sustainable than TV licence. Yeah, there's been talk about it happening in this country, and they want a universal levy or to put it on your income tax or something like that. And I think it could actually go through in Ireland for one good reason. Look at this. The government set up a new cross-departmental technical group after the Commission made its recommendations. The group is tasked with looking at new enforcement measures as there is currently an evasion rate of over 15% for their €160 charge. That's when you get the big change. We've said it before on this channel. That's when the big change comes. When there's a high evasion rate, that's when the TV licence fee changes. And it can change for the worse or it can change for the better. If you get a really high evasion rate, it can get scrapped or it can get decriminalised, or it can get lowered in cost. Anything could happen. But also on the flip side of that, it can get a lot worse and they turn it into a broadband tax as they have in some European countries, or they put it on your council tax, or they put it on your income tax. They can do anything they want. It's when you get the high evasion rate, that's when change comes. And we're getting close to that. But it's just, we've got to keep pushing, because what if it goes? What if it goes the wrong way? What if it goes the wrong way? If it goes on your income tax, there's going to be more money generated, because then it's not paid by household anymore, is it? It's paid out of your earnings or out of your benefits or whatever. Although if you're on benefits, you probably wouldn't end up paying any. So it'd be good for some people, but higher earners would end up paying more. Although that's probably not too bad. Or it's people in the middle like me that would be stuck paying it. It'd be the git of the whole situation, wouldn't it? But earlier this year, the government rejected the Future of Media Commission's proposals to replace the licence fee with funding derived from general tax revenue. So that's quite a good thing. RTE in Ireland's not going to be funded, well, they say it's not, but it still could happen, couldn't it, by general taxation, i.e. going on your pay slip. So that's good. But a household levy, how would you avoid paying that? If you're one of the 15% in Ireland that don't pay their TV licence fee, how would you avoid it if it becomes a universal levy? It's weird, isn't it? And there's a lot of stories coming out of Ireland about the TV licence fee. I mean, it's gone a bit quiet in the UK over the TV licence fee. Not a lot going on, Christmas and everything, I guess. But you see headlines like this one, look. The licence fee should be collected through income tax, so people on lower incomes pay less. They just put it on our income taxes, and I think it's actually very, very fair. Well, I don't. I don't think it's very, very fair at all. How would you opt out? You've got to build something in that allows people to opt out of it. You know, similar to the system we have in the UK. I'm not too hot on the Irish system, but it does sound like change is coming. And change is coming to the Irish system because the evasion rate is so high. And that's when the change comes. So as I said, if you're still paying your TV licence fee and you're not watching a lot of BBC stuff, cancel it. Persuade other people to cancel it. Get the evasion rate high and show the government what you really think about it. It's the only way we're going to get rid of the licence fee. I don't understand why they can't go commercial. I think RTE is also part commercial, is it? I could be wrong here, correct me if I am, but I believe they're having their cake and eating it. They're getting a licence fee and they also show ads. And I think that's probably going to come to the BBC. I think the licence fee is going to stay frozen for a while in the UK. That's what I think will happen. Because with so much change and movement in the government, they don't have time to implement any plans before the charter expires in 2027. BBC won't have time to do anything. That will be their argument, right? So I think it will remain frozen for a few more years, and they'll give the BBC permission to start being commercial and start showing a certain amount of ads per hour or something like that. And then hopefully that will build in the future, and then they won't need the licence fee because they're making enough from ad rev. Although they probably won't on purpose, just so they can say we still need the licence fee. It's a tricky one, isn't it? It's tough to get rid of. France thought they'd done it, but it actually just went on their VAT. You know, Switzerland had a vote whether the people wanted to keep or get rid of the licence fee, and they voted to keep it, and the price went up. It's tricky, isn't it? It's weird. It's a weird system. It's a weird system, the whole licence fee thing. But yeah, as I've always said, the best way to effect change is not to wait for the government to come up with some ideas of what they can replace the licence fee with. You need to tell them, you need to persuade as many people as possible to tell them, not by writing to your MP or any nonsense like that. Just cancel your telly licence, get the evasion rate nice and high, and let them see that during the cost of living crisis and the cost of everything that's going on at the moment, and you trying to live your life, that paying 159 quid a year to the BBC, it's just not sustainable for you. And if you want to learn more about that, all links in the description below that will help you understand what you can and can't watch and how to cancel it and everything that you need to do. It's all down there in the description. Go and take a look. And as always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, because that way, hopefully, I'll see you in another video again soon. Ta-da.